Hi, Debra Lynn here, and I hope you are doing well wherever you are. Now, in the first chapter of my book, The Bel Canto Buzz, I introduced people to this idea that we can amplify, resonate, and expand sound using our own bodies without any force. Now, as we go to try to take on some of these principles, what we're going to find and discover is that we have these counter forces working against us in certain ways. And in the book, I kind of joke and call it singing is like flying a helicopter. Now, if anybody knows about helicopters, right, they don't exactly move in a sort of consistent way. So an airplane sort of takes off, right? But helicopters can lift off, they can go up and down, they can kind of go side to side, and they can go back and forward. And so someone who flies a helicopter has to deal with certain counterforces all the time. When we're singing and when I'm working with someone to help them understand their voice, I'm sort of helping people turn on their awareness of what's actually happening in the body when we go to sing. So these counterforces, as I talk about them, will happen like this. Some of the feeling we have is sort of the collapse. As we're singing, we will have a sense that it's an up and down experience. I call it the elevator, all right? And then when we start to sing, we'll also notice that because of the way we are working with our air mechanics normally, it's sort of in and out, all right? And I take it a little farther with the vowels. The vowels, especially in the English language and the Americanized English language, it's like it's going this way, and it's like pulling, it's out and back, it's forward and back, forward and back. And then, of course, with the breathing mechanics, if we're used to sort of breathing in and moving air, well, then here we go again. We've got this kind of out and in dynamic. Now, in bel canto, what's going to happen is all of those counter forces are going to start to behave themselves differently, because we're going to lift the instrument in a way that we consistently and stably suspend the roof of the mouth and the inside of the instrument in this inner cathedral. We're going to pull into the instrument where we start to stabilize the depth of the inside of the instrument. And then we're also going to find that we are going to, when we breathe in, instead of letting it collapse, we are going to hold the walls steady and expanded. So this is just a little bit of a taste of how this work operates so differently than what we're mostly used to in sort of the airflow model, we'll call it, all right? Bel canto is not an airflow model. Bel canto is a suspension model. And once we get used to this very different kind of orientation to making sound, we're going to discover amazing things that our bodies can do that we pretty much are unaware of until we access them. So until we get to meet in person or do something online, please have a go at my book and see what you can discover about the magic of you. Ciao bella.